listen, I have always said this. Donald Trump gets really lucky.
Oh,
this is
what it is?
Of course.
Oh, it's the genius of Truth Social that has under 500,000 users through the last 9 months of 2023.
What have you built, Jessica?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I mean,
Are you guys kidding me?
How many companies,
No, I mean, I'm always interested. I love it when people who have a media footprint pretend to know how things are built. I don't know how things are made.
No, but I
don't know
that
anything about how things are made.
That's Jessica Tarlov and Greg Gutfeld going at it over the recent news of Trump's success with Truth Social. Welcome to Nerk News. I'm Nerkish. And the liberal media is in a tizzy over the announcement that Trump's net worth is now estimated at $7.9 billion after his Truth Social media merger was approved. Now, as you might have imagined, nowhere was more hysterical than the sacred airwaves of MSNBC. Those are their words, not mine.
This sounds like a pump and dump. Wouldn't you, if you were still New York AG, wouldn't you be prosecuting somebody for this?
If you go and buy the stock, let's say from him, you're actually buying from him, and it goes down, you actually, if you sell it, you will have a tax loss.
I think that the value is essentially worthless. If they went to market and tried to sell $3 billion, the value of the stock would go to zero, practically immediately.
Now, as crazy as that is, libs on social media are taking a slightly different strategy, saying that it's all a money laundering scheme in a way for Trump to more easily be controlled by foreign interest. Meanwhile, lovable airheads like Bill Maher and Jessica Tarlov are just chalking it up to another example of Trump being the luckiest man in the world.
No, I mean, I'm always interested. I love it when people who have a media footprint pretend to know how things are built. I don't know how things are made.
No, but I
don't know
that
anything about how things are made.
I know that when something is doing well, that people want to be on it.
Look at all these buildings.
And when
lucky.
No,
He's lucky.
Yeah. He was a billionaire before this stock.
Yeah, he was. He had $2
He should
billion
have just
and now he has
invested it in a
$6.5 or
savings
whatever.
account.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know
I-
what? And the government tried to take his money from him. They
I
want to
have
lock
lost
him up. They
control.
want his money. And now they're furious because he's making money on his own. And you know what? It's poetic justice. Good for him.
It's great poetry. So the valuation, which is $11 billion, compared to Reddit, right? Something that we've all been on, right? Something that people use.
I don't.
Okay, you're on Truth Social, but not on Reddit. Anyway, their valuation was $6.4 billion. So you think that a site that has less than 500,000 users, I mean, this is what, these are
lost more money? Electric car companies.
It's pathetic.
You know, this shows you the kind of echo chamber that Jessica lives in. The number of people over 40 who regularly use Reddit are statistically insignificant. Why? Because it's for loser millennial liberals who want a one-stop shop for degenerate adult content, political propaganda, and secular opinions reaffirming their crappy life choices. It's moderated by a handful of radical basement dwellers who collect Funko Pop toys while they censor and ban any opinion right of AOC. The average person might stumble on an old post while trying to troubleshoot a DIY project or a computer problem, but they aren't regular users. Jessica just can't accept the Trump win. But thankfully, Greg was there to point this out.
Just because you're in the media or somebody once called you an expert or you showed up 4 times on CNBC to talk about stocks, somehow you know what somebody's doing. I want to know if this is a scam. Tell me who's being ripped off. Who's involuntarily investing in this? Tell me about the illegality of it, all right? It's funny coming from people who push things like Air America or BLM or DEI, who support the climate agreements or the UN or the actual election of Biden. You want to scam? This guy pawned himself off as a moderate unifier. Not a chance. Talk about pump and dump. That's Biden's life. He's one big pump and dump. But this is gonna play out as a movie. Right? We're in the third act. It feels like the remake of Roadhouse, but even better, because you have all these elites in power joining in to throw out the outsider who has somehow slowed their progress to domination, and they can't handle it.
Once again, Greg is 100% correct here. You know, they ban people and then tell them to do their own thing, but whenever someone actually does that with any degree of success, the establishment loses their collective mind. Because deep down, they know how impossible that task is for the majority of people. They're content to take screenshots of Trump's posts from Truth Social to share and scream about on air, but they don't want to get any traction, which oddly enough is kind of similar to what they regularly do with Trump himself. They give him all this free airtime and publicity in the form of their hysterical rants, then are shocked when it blows up in their face. It's what's going to help them win this next election. But let me know what you think. Will journalists ever learn, or are they cursed to relentlessly attack Trump forever? What do you think the key to Trump's success is? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!